Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the official Nick Walsh TV channel. We're live with another 50K challenge stream. So, we got a haircut. It's very short. Not sure if I like it, but okay, there we go. We got a haircut. We've had a really healthy, nourishing lunch today. And we should be in the right position now. We got a shave as well. We should be in a good position now to crush some poker. We have been running very, very, very poorly. However, I have a feeling about today's session. I have a good feeling about today's session, and I think we might actually win a few bucks today. It's going to be cool. We're going to give it a shot. Welcome back, guys. Good to have you here. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Let's take a look at our results so far in the 50K challenge. All right, so here you go. We are here with 784 games of our total 5,000 required to finish. We are down 25 buy-ins, which is 250 bucks. Not too bad at all in the grand scheme of things. Minus 3%, and we have a chippy V of 9 chips per game. Still not good enough, not where we want to be. But as I've said again and again and again over the last couple days, we have been treading water very well for people that can't put the chips in good, basically. We had a lot of cold decks go against us. It's hard to have a really good chippy V when it's looking like that. However, I think one bumper session or two bumper sessions in a row will see us in the break-even / profitable department pre-rake back. If we include bonuses, guys, we're actually down around 50 bucks, 80 bucks, 70 bucks, something like that. We're about to unlock another chest as well, which will take us even closer into break even overall for the challenge. So thus far, Bankroll hasn't really changed all that much. 25 binds and spinning goes is nothing, especially in the new format, which is much faster. So we're going to play poker today, and we're going to see if we can win some dollars. I made a point of going out and getting like a really nice lunch today. And one of the things that I was really, really craving was peanut butter and toast. So I'm going to eat that. I'm going to try not to ASMR you guys, and we're going to one table for a little while I do so. Don't have to watch if you don't want to. Hello, everybody in the chat, by the way. Big deal. Hello, Dunbar. Hello, Tom. Hello, John. Hello, Raksha. Hello, Joni. Welcome back. Good to have you guys here. Let's get into it. Also, if you're watching over on YouTube, let me open that up for you too so we can see you. Because there's nothing worse than watching a stream and people just don't even care. People just don't even care. All right, we'll pop out the chat. Nobody on YouTube just yet. Fair enough. And we'll get some games going while I munch this toast. I got to turn on PokerStars. Sorry, guys. There's a bug trapped in the... There's a bug trapped in the blinds. Untrapped. Untrapped bug. Saved a life today. Okay. All right, game number 1. Let's do it. Thank you, John Edwards. Oh, never mind. Wait, I might be okay. I might be okay. Okay, I accidentally... we were 4-tabling yesterday, and I had the open 4 tables button clicked. There we go. Just the one showing, though. All right, guys, we have a table. 1 sec. Sorry. There is table 1. Okay. Raksha. We're playing with a player, Rakasha, apparently. All right, I'm going to mute the mic, guys, while I munch this. Just bear with me. Well, I thought we were value raising on the turn. Okay. That's a weird way to play Queen 10, but we're thinking along the right lines. Rakasha. All right, well, no good. In hindsight, eating a peanut butter toast on stream, not a good idea. Good thing it was a lucky peanut butter and toast. It was a lucky peanut butter and toast. We're about to see it. Yeah, Dunbar, I agree. It feels weird to me too. Yeah, Camille, I'm just playing the one table right now. Just playing the one table right now. We will open some more in a sec. I was just eating a peanut butter toast. All right, deuces, wish me luck. All right, that's nice, some run good. We like that. Can we stop running into bigger pairs? All right, I think that was pretty close to ATC. This is definitely ATC. No big blinds, must call. Really? That is interesting. That's an interesting suggestion. That's an interesting suggestion, sir. That's an interesting suggestion, senor. Do you know what's more interesting? There we go. Kings full of the deuce. Next game, please. Do 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 do. Ba, 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 ba. What you doing, boy? What you doing, brah? All right, ace king. Blinds are already 30-60. Pretty incredible. Zera is a friend of the stream, by the way. And definitely Rag. Zera was on our was hanging out on YouTube yesterday. Queen high for the win. Queen high is the nuts. Queen high is the nuts. That's what you're trying to say. Queen high is the nuts. You're trying to tell me that queen high is the nuts. Are you trying to tell me that queen high is the nuts? There's a chance that queen high might just be the nuts. What's up, Eagle Hunter? Good to see you. There's a good chance that queen 10 might just be the best hand I ever played in the history of poker. Diego Poker, what's up? Good luck. Good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you, senor. Boom, bum, bum, ba, boom. Boom, bum, bum, ba, boom. Next game, please. Queen high call, please. Does anyone else have a queen high call for me? Because if you got a queen high call. Yo, yo, Eagle Hunter, yo, yo. We have a pair of fours. The 5 shouldn't change too much, but we'll play it slow. A lot of his 5x will bet flop as a semi-bluff or whatever. So as played, we're going to do this, and we're going to reassess. A lot of the 3x will probably just bet as well. Yep, there you go. Nailed it. He just got lucky on the river. We played our hand well there, obviously just getting unlucky with the king, but as I said, the 3 and the 5 probably showing up there a lot less. Turns up it was just king 7. And he managed to get lucky with the river card, which is, you know, what it is. It just kind of is what it is here. All right, let's play a couple more solos, then we'll open up some more tables. Big Deal says, was about to say, how the F are you layering up in this weather, but not actually too bad? It's actually pretty cool, man. The wind blowing through here is pretty chilly. It was like 32 yesterday, though. Boiling hot. Maybe not yesterday, the day before. No, yesterday? Yesterday. The sun is not out in Brighton, and the wind is blowing through this window. Like very, very, very chilly. Again, nobody get freaked out. It's like Thai Vapo Rub. Woo! Interesting. Yeah, I'm not really tempted to believe this. I'm not sure if I believe this one. I think if he has a flush draw, he probably just shoves flop. So I think shoving turn makes most sense, denying the hearts. That is very unlucky. We're actually raising with the jack nine because we have so many nines out kicked, but that is so symptomatic of our issues right now. We're finding it very difficult to turn standard spots into good spots when they've always got us out kicked. Wild shit. Absolutely wild shit. Absolutely wild things. All right, let's take a little pause here, guys. I actually want to look this one up. We're going to close PokerStars really quick. So just to be clear, again, we're closing the PokerStars client. I want to review the Ace-5 of Hearts one because that one felt potentially like a mistake. This is the hand I'm talking about. We just played it 2 seconds ago. I think there's a chance we're supposed to flat here more than shove, but let's take a look at the actual spot itself. So again, PokerStars is closed, guys. We're going to look at some charts. We're not looking while we're playing, we're studying after the fact, right? Take a look at the NWTV preflop chart pack here. 3-way in the big blind versus small blind. Open raise at 15 big blinds effective. Yeah, so we're calling with more of our suited hands here. We're shoving less. Obviously, the difference between the flat here and the shove here with the identical hand is going to be very small. And the shove is certainly going to be profitable. What's funny here, actually, I wasn't anticipating that we're going to shove our... I thought we'd probably be more likely to flat these than these. But it would appear the majority of our aces are going to be shoved, so we're thinking along the right lines. Like I said, the difference between the ace-5 shove and the ace-5 suited is pretty inconsequential. Outside of the fact that ace-5 suited has significantly better playability. So as a push, we'll show a profit. From a GTO perspective, we need to flat. This is why I wanted to look this one up. So just trying to burn this into my memory here, guys, because this is one that comes up a lot, obviously. Running into a dominating ace. Still unlucky, even if we get it wrong. Yeah, hard times in Castle Walsh. Let's go ahead and fire another one. I'm going to open stars back up now. Got to get logged in. And let's play one more, then we'll open up some 2 tables. What's up, Wild Joe? Wild shit indeed. Hey, Croaks. Good to see you, buddy. 27 degrees here in Essex, but no sun. Did Croaks say 32C? Oh, man. Cooking out there. Absolutely cooking out there. Absolutely kookin'. Absolutely Croaks kookin'. Is there any chance? Jack of Hearts. And we get rivered by another king. We're drawing to the same fucking straight, dude. We're drawing to the same straight, dude. The King of Hearts on the river. Lovely. Are we going to do another 30 minutes of 4 again? Maybe, Tom. Maybe. Yesterday's was kind of fun. And we're actually targeting the clubs here, but we're actually targeting clubs here. The jack flush is going to be hard to get to fold, right? But it feels like the way he played the hand, he either had a small club draw all along, or he flopped the flush and then was making a decision on the river. Jack 3 obviously is not a hand that we're probably going to get to fold ever. That's fine, but he will still turn up here with random clubs that we'll have to fold versus the queen of clubs. The one thing that I was pretty sure about is he wasn't going to play the queen of clubs this way. So I do think we have a pretty good opportunity here to get some folds. That specific combo is not one that we're probably going to get to fold too often, though. All right, let's open up some more tables, guys. Oh, sorry, wrong button. All right, let's play some poker. If we shove into the queen of clubs there, I think we're making a pretty big blunder, but I was pretty sure that he didn't have the nuts. And I think he's going to have a lot of stuff that he plays the same way and folds. I think that's the important note. I do too, Tom. That was a nice aspect of that, wasn't it? We're running ace-5 suited into pocket tens because that's how we're running right now. There's a boot camp triple draw tonight. If only Nick could fade these beats as well as his barber faded his sides. There you go, mate. Thank you. I need that today. All right, comeback of the century on the left, potentially. Never say never. I missed the lightning bolts though, Tom, absolutely. I don't have the words, guys. I cannot believe how often we're running into dominating hands. Defies logic. We did the same thing with tens over here. Then straight to nines over here for 8 bigs when the big one's got 2. Story checks out. This story checks out. $20. $20. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that, mate. I think it makes me look a bit young, but I guess I do look a little bit old these days, so maybe that's what I need. King. Do we get a gift on the left? Cheeky gift. Gotta win a flip on the right. No flip. Oh, the rain is coming, guys. Right after these games, I got to go run and make sure the windows are closed. We've got lovely big bay windows in this flat, but that means that the rain does get in a bit sometimes. The lightning bolts were one of my favorite backgrounds for sure. Did enjoy those. Yeah, we're gonna spin this one. Wish me luck, guys. Good luck. Call. We're gonna call a shove on the left if we need to. We will not be folding. That works perfectly fine for me. Gonna trap the tens, size up this flop. If this guy has a king, he's gonna win. Oh my god. I don't understand. I don't understand why it's so hard to win. I was looking at the spot, I was going, we have a 10 kicker. Oh, top two. Yeah, that's right, top two. Top two. Top two, nice hand, bruv. All right, bear with me, guys. Bear with me, guys. All right. Thank you for your patience. More poker, please. Let's try and turn this boat around here, ladies and gents. There is only so long we can run bad. Moments like this, we just have to play harder. Two customers? 2 customers. What is that? Do not chop this fucking pot. I just... You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god. That is so ridiculous. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is so ridiculous. Goodness gracious me, that is so ridiculous. Goodness gracious me. You win, senor, you win. What's up, Dean? Good to see you, buddy. All right. All right, we got a 5x on the left. And we have a... Why does it keep doing that? We have a 5x on the left and a 4x on the right, so a chance to win if he binds back. The deeper stack games obviously favor us in general. Guy limps the button. Limp the button. Now he's betting huge. Okay, we can probably get away with the blocker bet here. Nice. These games are opportunities not only for bigger money, but obviously there's literally more chips in play and there's slower clocks. So there's better opportunities for us to acquire EV in these games than in the alternatives. Go on, just shove. Just shove on me. Blind v blind. This one's perfectly fine. Okay, let's start small on both. Jack 8 worked out fine. 2 pair. We had 2 pair once. Spade is live? Never. Would love to get some action with the 9s over here. Big blind all in is cool. All right, wish me luck, guys, for the 50 bucks. It's a domination situation. It's better hold, better hold. Definitely a better hold. And now we are effectively heads up. Pair of 10s. Big bet on the flop. He did this last time and then he gave up. So let's peel one off here. One big blind on the river. Nice. Blocker bet was pretty effective in this case. Obviously saved us some chips. If we check again, it's a clear value bet. That's a sad story. Steal the ace queen. We're going to steal the 8-2 suited. Why are you leading full pot? This is really strange. That's better. King tray. Interesting. 50 bucks in the bank, that feels good. And you'll notice how the lead was bottom pair with a king, which is really weird. And you'll notice how he improved on the turn when he's usually giving up, so our float becomes more effective. We're floating with backdoors intentionally. And then you'll notice how We got lucky. That was fun. Wish me luck, King Queen. No, no. Okay. 6 is no good. King Queen no good. That's okay. Let's just play more poker. That's okay. Let's just play poker instead. So really quick, guys, bear with me. I just want to do a note. That's it. I'm quitting poker forever. It's all over. How is that a thing? I literally know he's got air on the turn as well. I actually am trapping him with the 8s. I'm actually trapping with 8s on Queen 9X. And he just miraculously has running 2 pair with an ace on the river. That is just wonderful. What's up, Black Elf? How you doing, buddy? All right. I do not even understand the kind of room we're on right now, guys. Incomprehensible the way we're running right now. What's up, Smeeble? Good to see you. Next game, please. All right, we got a 5x on the right. How's it going, Smeebs? Good to see you, man. This is a very fair exchange. On the left. Maverick starts kindergarten tomorrow. I'm not nervous. Nope, I'm not nervous. It's fair enough to be nervous, I think. Hope it goes well, mate. Do we bet the turn on the right? I suppose technically yes. And we're jammed on. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Good luck with that, mate. We're gonna go like this. I think we're gonna shove the river too. Wish me luck, guys. We're going for it. The river 2 pair is easy to call. Absolutely. Yeah, nice. That's exactly the river that we didn't want him to complete on. That's interesting, isn't it? We had a plan. We were trying to rep something stronger than that. Interesting. Also pretty easy. Also pretty easy. King high for the win? All right. Queen 4, nice hands. Queen 4 of clubs, juicy hand. No action with the ace king. That's a sad story. That is a sad story. Oh! The 9 on the river. That's a nice river. That was really cool. You got to show me how you did that, mates. Do you know how much value we got on the turn? We're actually punishing the clubs. We're punishing the clubs with the 4. We've got the 10 of clubs. We have a better flush draw. The offsuit 9 is just the nuts. The offsuit 9 is just the nuts. I don't know what to tell you guys. Offsuit 9, super nuts. Pair of 4s, any good? We got value from a 4. We value bet the turn with bottom pair and the 10 high flush draw, and we get called by a 9 high flush draw. And an offsuit 9 on the river is good. Thank you very much for the follow, Germinator. What's up? Good to see you. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Bum, 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 bum. Thank you, Smeeble. Appreciate that, mate. We're trying our best. We're trying our best. This might not be our best, to be fair. This guy really, really wants to show us that he has no hands. All right. Go on, play a pot with me. Play a pot with me. Domination rotation for the finish. The cold deck, closely followed by the tissues. Then get it in dominated. Win the game anyway. What's up, Texas Tomo? Good to see you, buddy. How you doing, man? Good to have you here. Queen 6, any good? How you doing, Texas? Thomas from Texas. Give out a 10 on how well Nick has been playing so far this session. Okay, let me give mine as well. 6.9. 6.9. Full pot. Wow, it's gonna full pot the flop, huh? That leads me to believe that you're not playing spins that often. All right, let's see how much we get here with the guy that wants to bet ginormous sizes. How ginormous? How ginormous? How big do you want it? Polarized. How much would you like to give me in this pot? How much would you like to give me in this pot? What on earth is this? Okay, the unknown player has just check raised this turn, so I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do here because this is not a bluff. My God, the game has become so tight. The min 3-bet on the right. Full pot flop. Okay, half pot's fine too. The tissues indeed. All right, trip eights. How big do you want to go? All right, we're gonna get max value from diamonds here. No. Do you know there's no better feeling than being min 3-bet and peeling with like a random hand and just like connecting so hard and being like, that's what you get. What happens there? 2 tables at a time. We were 4 tabling yesterday for a little bit, which was good fun. But here we are. This is the one we win, guys. This is the one we win. This is the one that we get right. This is the one that we actually get right. Okay, he's gonna have Queen 7 of hearts. We're actually value betting the flop. We're actually value betting the flop. And we can't get the draw. I'm planning on coming to Manchester. Yeah, buddy. That's my plan. That is my plan. What's our size here? Trapping King Jack. Top pair is a good hand. Ooh, we're getting raised with top set. That's always fun. That's always fun. Top set's a good hand. 100%. He had King 9, to be fair. I'd say that's a fair cooler. We should definitely get dinner, Black Elf. I miss you, buddy. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. 6-5 is the exact combo we shove versus Limp here. Is it 6-5 suited or 4-5 suited? It's 4-5 suited, isn't it? That counts. I take it. I still take it. Ba 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 ba. Can we win a flip? It's actually probably a ridiculous question. It's an utterly ridiculous proposition there. Dude, can we win a flop? Can we win a flip? Don't be so fucking ridiculous. Don't be so ridiculous. I hope Korax shows up. Yeah. Would love to see Korax. I haven't seen Korax in ages. 4 times the buy-in. 4 times the buy-in. 4 times the buy-in. Four times the buy-in. 4 times X the buy-in. He's all in. He's all in. He's all in. He's all in. This guy's all... He wasn't all in. Ba 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 boo. I mean, this flop, absolutely mahoosive. Don't think it's even possible to lose. I actually think it's impossible to lose from here. It's impossible. King 10 suited, a trap? Could King 10 suited be a trap here? King 10 suited. What the fuck is going on out here, you guys? What in the actual fuck is going on? I do not have the words to describe. We just two-barreled this guy with 2 overcards, the Omega straight draw, up and down. We were called by bottom pair on 2 occasions, and he rivers a boat where we don't improve. I don't understand why it is so hard to win at this game all of a sudden. Why did poker get harder all of a sudden? It doesn't make any sense. And here we are barreling off into what could quite easily just be a 4. Could quite easily just be A7, A6. Could quite easily just be Ace X. But no, they've got the 7 that's no good. That gives us a straight. And bottom pair. That becomes a boat. Nice hand, Duddy. Nice hand, Duddy. I think we'd have a better chance of catching up if you come to Brighton. I mean, you're welcome to come to Brighton as well, buddy. You can come see the new flat if you want, Black Elf. You can come see the new flat if you want. It's lovely. You can crash here as well if you want to come stay for a couple days. Is it a good sign that Nick is laughing a little maniacally? No, it's not. I feel somewhat maniacal, if I'm being honest. Sorry, that was an accidental slow roll. It's not a good sign, man, I'm afraid. It's not a good sign. Rick Dolph wants to see a graph. You look at the graph really quick if you want, buddy. How is this a chop? What's up, Mr. Rick Dolferson? All right, that's not a line. This is not a line. This is not a line. Trip 10's any good? Are trip 10's any good? Is a full boat any good? Yeah, we take a weird line here specifically against the player we have marked in blue now. That was an intentional move against that specific player. Probably a little bit of a weird one against the reg, though, of course. What's up, Mac? How's it going, buddy? Smidge too wide, I think. That actually might be a call, I'm not sure. Faux chips. Daniel Peterson, what's up? Am I crushing? Absolutely yes. Don't let anyone tell you any differently. No problem, mate. It's my pleasure. I hope one day in the future we could do some commentary together, Daniel. That'd be so good. I realize the times when I want you to do commentary are the times when you need to focus the most, but stop being so selfish. Just kidding. Just kidding, mate. It's my pleasure. I'm glad I could be of assistance. I'll see you soon. Rick Dolph, absolutely, mate. 100%, mate. This is going to be busy. I'm going to London this evening until Sunday. Then I'm going to Amsterdam next week, Friday until Monday. Then going straight to Barcelona. And yeah, we're going to go and enjoy the biggest EPT of the year. What's up? Thank you very much. Bard B. King, first-time follower. That doesn't sound right. Welcome. Good to see you, man. How's it going, Bard? A6, the nuts. It's not the Spraggy. It's important that we note that. It's important that we note that the A6 is not the Spraggy. Yun, do not sit out, please, buddy. Oh. Yun? There he is. Sorry, I actually didn't mean to click the steal button there. Yes. We'll give him half a big blind back here. There we go. Half a big. Queen 10 of diamonds. It might be the nuts. It might be the nuts. We can shove Jack 4 suited here if we want. Against this player, we can sneak in more limps because they're not aggro enough versus limps, so we get to win more chips at non-showdown. And we get to do tricky stuff. Queen 9 is a call here against regs. We can shove it versus unknowns. We could win a Queen 9 versus King 10 once in a while. That would be cool if we could try that. We could try and win an all-in once today. That'd be cool. That works. Doing good. Don't know why my follow got lost, but I'm back. It probably didn't, mate. This is my sort of newish channel. I mean, it's the actual Nick Walsh TV channel has been around for ages, of course, but I've only started streaming on it somewhat recently, and then even then, it's been quite sporadic. Outkicked with 3 big blinds just blows my fucking mind, honestly. Outkicked for 3 bigs is just not right. It should be canceled. Same hand for 3 big blinds? Same hand for 3 big blinds? That doesn't make any sense. That was weird. That was weird. Do 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 do. Oh. Do 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 do. Go on. Pair of tens. Please. Literally flopped the boat. Couldn't just have a misflush draw. I know know, Tom, exactly. Little 100x, no problem. A cheeky 100x would be fun, wouldn't it? Is two pair any good with a spade blocker? Thank you. Did the bluff work on the right? Oh, bluff worked. Cool. Bluff actually worked. And this will be one of these. Nice, 20 bucks on the right. Was that just shove call? Nice. We're gonna try and do this. The limp at this stacked up should look pretty suspicious, so we do get away with the bet on the flop quite often. Our opponent is probably almost always just gonna have a diamond flush, but we have flush draw. We have very little to go by, but we're calling. Could this be the greatest 10 high hero call of all time? He'll never have a king. He'll never have an ace. The problem is he can have missed diamonds with a 7, but we're still calling. Ah! Nice hand. What was the call on the flop? He called a bet on the flop with 6-5 off? Nice hand. Exactly, Croaks. Exactly. Yeah, I didn't have much hope for the 10 high hero call there, but also I didn't have much hope for the fact that he'd have 6 high on the flop, calling a bet on ace king X. There's not enough exclamations in the world for this one. All right. These are the moments, guys. These are the moments where we separate the grinders from the groaners. We need to groan less and grind more. That's what we're going to do. Total reset. Here we go. Universe. Unlock. Universe. 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 There you go. Note taking. Universe. Reg, we're gonna fold that one. Okay, we do have, this guy does play a lot of poker, to be fair. This is probably a blue tag that's actually a yellow tag. This is probably a good example of that. Universe. 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 Raksha. Come on now, universe. Universe. Yeah, I mean, look, the haircut's well done. I just like, I don't know, it's not messy enough at the top. I am tempted to call on the right here. I feel like he's got to bluff quite a lot on this river. Like, if he's going to lead the turn as a bluff, he's got to bet the river a lot as well. Nice. We're going to raise here for value. And we get it in really good. There we go. I say really good. He had tons of equity. I just mean we don't have the worst hand. We've correctly identified that his range should contain very few ace combos, and we will have a lot of the jack combos dominated with the jack kicker. I'm gonna do an outlandish 9 deuce of hearts ISO. Calling a shove with ace jack. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? He said confidently. What could go wrong? Five. Cinco de Mayo. Ooh, got a customer. We got a customer. We got el costamero. We have un costamero, señor. Un perro. Costamero. Chop is good. Live cards. Trap with the eights. Trapero? Traparo? Traparo? Tramp. Nice. The tramp of the century. Don't know what to do with that one. All right, wish me luck. Here we go. We can come back on the left here. King deuce is the nuts. Jack 8 is also the nuts. Ocho. Spade. Come on, bruv. The Queen 8 suited shove? I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that that's a thing, guys. I don't think Queen 8 suited is a jam. I'm starting to wonder about this geezer. I mean, it's probably fine. I don't think it's GTO, but I think it's probably fine. Okay, this guy definitely has a flush draw, right? This guy definitely has a flush draw. Or 5 tray. Or top pair. Nice hand. Okay, definitely want to note this one because this is also super duper weird. This guy definitely has a 3. This guy definitely has a 3. This guy absolutely must have a 3. Probably a good value bet then. I'm floating with queen high because it's queen high, not because we have a gut shot, but that always helps. 2 overcards to an 8 and a gut shot also helps, but it only helps if you get there. Yeah, Crooks, that one's bad for the EV for sure, but now that we've got the note, should be easy to play against. Queen 10 jam as well. Pocket 5s. Yeah, just shove the king 8, mate. Don't limp it. It's weird. Game. I will have to keep an eye out for that one because the overpot jam, overpot flop, overpot jam is definitely, I feel like that might be a tell in future. We paid the price this time. Next time we'll be all right. King. Ace also works. Cool. Trap ace queen. Possibly a good trap. Jacks is a good hand. Nice. Pick up on the right, jacks on the left. That's a win. The queen nine shove is totally fine, though. It's totally fine. Oh. Well, that would be nice, wouldn't it, guys? That would be nice, wouldn't it? This is the biggest multiplier we've hit so far, guys. We are guaranteed at least 40 bucks. Just over here, we're value betting with the eights. We got the value. Let's win the 50x, huh? We're trapping with sixes, we're calling. It's a domination situation. That's a 6. 100%, we win the 30 bucks. Now, focus. $500 on the line, 50 times multiplier, the biggest of the challenge so far. I spoke too soon. We're all in over here, and that was the 30 bucks. All right, let's not play any more poker till we win the 50x, right? Yo, easy spin. Thank you very much for the follow. All right, focus up, guys. We've only just started playing with this guy. I don't really recognize him too much. He's already done something a little bit unusual. This is fairly standard. Nice long clocks on this one as well. Spin to save the challenge, says Curtis. What's up, Kurt? Thank you, mate. Okay. I might call a river bet here, guys. It's a good value bet from a 4. We have to call for that small size, though, for sure. Biggest of all big mans, what's up? Thank you for the follow. Sorry, Marker. Yeah, first place is 400. You're right. You're quite right, mate. I'm just looking at the big number at the top. Oh, Marcos gets burned. This is probably the better setup. Marcos is a really good reg. We don't know this guy very well. All right, pocket tens. Do us proud. All right, heads up, guaranteed 60 bucks. We're starting 20 big blinds heads up. $25 big blind stacks, I know. So weird. Nice to have reg speed again. One cheeky reg speed is nice here. Mano Jack says, there was just a big bank of sea fog. Might sneak in a trap here with ace king, guys. This guy feels like he's excited about the 50x. Can we get max with our disguised hand now? We're supposed to do this. This. There's just a big bank of sea fog that came rolling in, so I went out for 15 minutes of a nice cool fog bath. That would have cost $95 plus tip. Top pair's a good hand. We're not folding. Nice. River bet there is a tricky one for sure. Even stacks now. Time to put the long clock to use in the heads up portion. Yeah, hopefully. You'd like to imagine. Big shove. If he leads here, we could win a huge pot. We're obviously not folding, guys. We win 60 bucks in this one. I just thought we could get a break from the coolers for 2 fucking seconds. That would have been nice. All right, so session 2. Oh, I gotta do it this way. Sorry guys, just gonna get a screenshot really quick for the challenge. I just thought there was a chance we could get a fucking break for 2 seconds. All right, let's review this hand really quick. Let's review this hand. I'm gonna review it for posterity, but I think the likelihood of us ever getting away from this one is meant to be 0, especially with the combination of flush draw that we unblock. Sorry, one sec, guys. Let me open this up here really quick. Here we go. So obviously 2-pair and spin and goes, especially on a texture like this, without the straights or the flushes available, is a good one. Let's review it here. So yeah, limp is very standard. We can steal this one at some frequency, I think, but whatever. Check on the flop, fairly standard. When our opponent leads like this, obviously raising is going to be our best course of action because we punish the hearts that are coming, the straights that already exist, the additional straight draws that come into. We're getting value from 9x and Queen X. When our opponent does this, yes, they will have better 2 pairs. They won't ever have queens. They won't ever have 9s. They won't ever have 4s. They won't ever have 3s. Queen 4 and Queen 3 are discounted because we already have the 2 pairs. So Queen 9 is the most likely candidate to be losing against. Some players will literally just have Queen Jack, Queen 10. Some players will have combination straight draw flush draws, Jack 10 of hearts, 8-10 of hearts. And look, we've got notes that this guy is doing unconventional things, so that's even more reason for us to call because, you know, we've seen him shoving like Queen 8 of hearts for 15 big blinds. But in multi-way, it just is what it is. I don't think there's any chance we could avoid this one. In fact, why don't we pause here for a minute and let's review this one specifically. Let's give this a... This one will actually probably be... This one will almost definitely be a complete solution in GTO Wizard. I'm going to close PokerStars. I'm closing PokerStars, guys. I'm about to open GTO Wizard. Do not use GTO Wizard while you're playing on PokerStars. And let's take a little look at this one just while we cool down for a sec. What was I doing? Blah, 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 blah. All right. Cut the camera if PB and Toast is going to make another appearance. It's not, don't worry. I muted the mic anyway. I was being kind. Yeah. So let's take a look. So according to GTO Wizard, yep. So call 94.9%. Check, 100%. The raise is on the lower side. It might just be a size issue, but the raise still exists, and that's still an approved strat. Call 71.5% of the time. So let's take a look at this. So pre-flop, all standard. We already know that's true. On the flop, it's check. Over here, I mean. So we have 4-3 off. 100%, or sorry, tons of checking here. This specific combination checks 96.8% of the time. Turn is a 4. Big blind leads for 1.5. I'd be interested to see what the frequency is here. Queen 9 probably can afford to size bigger than that, I'd imagine. Yeah, look. So Queen 9 here is going to use about 4 big blinds as the lead more often. Queen 9-0. It's going to be dependent on whether or not they have hearts, I believe. That's going to make a difference. Still, it's going to be larger sizings in general. So 2, the overall is 2 and 4, as expected. As I said, it just feels like a larger size is more natural here for me anyway. That's not us. That's the big blind. Anyway, here's the spot. So we have 5, 4, 3 off. And let's take a look at this strat. So we raised to 5, which is approved. That's about 12% of the time. It actually wants us to use an even larger sizing, so 6.5. I'm actually happy with the IRL size that we use. Like, it's obviously 1.5 big blinds. It's not that big of a difference. It will make a big difference in the long run, but the 6.5 sizing is going to be more appropriate against the computer because the computer will have like a slightly differently constructed range, and also probably a lot more likely to get sticky. Like, having a smaller size here against the real person is probably going to perform better because we probably convince more like 9-10 to call. Although, you know, there is an argument on this particular texture when it's Queen 9 and then 2 hearts of the small cards. You know, they're going to have more 9x of hearts, Queen X of hearts. So we probably get more value by sizing up, but I'm still happy with 5. Like, I'm glad that we didn't just make it 4 or 4.5. It seems like really good to go for that sizing anyway. Big blind calls. Big blind is all in. So Queen 9. Does Queen 9 jam here? Queen 9 actually is supposed to raise again instead of jamming. In any case, they're all in, whatever, and we have 4-3 off. This is the frequency. So it's calling 67% of the time, folding 33%. The fact that we're folding 33% of the time is interesting. And again, that's going to be slightly differentiated by the fact the computer is not going to take the line that we see from Queen 9. It's also probably not going to have nearly as much, you know, like 5-6 of hearts goes all in, for example. That's a combination that players will play that way, or Queen X of hearts, or 9-10 of hearts, or 10-8 of hearts. The specific texture of this board is what makes this so like uniquely human, because I think when we get jammed on here a lot more often than computer and GTO, they're like, people will misplay just a queen here a lot of the time and the computer won't, and it makes the call even more significant. Yeah, I know, I agree with what you're saying as well, Black Elf. The solution is junk because the tree has 1.5 bet is very, very narrow. I agree. I completely agree. Force it to a more frequently used bet size. That would also balance it further. I agree. But I'm not going to go that deep. We're just going to check it out this way. Anyway, I'm going to close up GTO Wiz. We're going to log back into PokerStars. We're going to play some more poker. Thanks, Texas Tomo. See you next time, buddy. But yeah, it's all good. Okay, we made a profit in that game. That was cool. Let's go to another game. It does, Tom. No, you're absolutely right. 6x is still 6x. Still something. That was a supremely good game for us in EV as well. And then, of course, that last hand just fucking ruins it. See you in a bit, Tom. Club. Nice hand, brother. Anyway, that was our biggest multiplier of the it's our biggest multi of the challenge so far, so that's cool. What was that? What is this supposed to be? Why would you have an ace? I don't understand. Why would you have an ace? Why? Why? Oh, that makes more sense. You don't have the ace. You have the 6-7. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. There was a crash in the kitchen. We have 2 pair on the river. We're not folding, of course. He should never have an ace. And we're correct. The read is good. The read is accurate. He just has 6-7 and he rivers a straight when we or he turns a straight. He flopped a straight, excuse me. Instead, that makes more sense when we river 2 pair. If we don't river 2 pair and he shoves, I think we still fold, but this is the perfect card for him to get paid, isn't it? That makes perfect sense. That makes sense, because that's what we're doing right now. Oh, there were so many chips in that game we get cold decked in as well. Fuck me. Let's play more poker. Can we just get some easy ones like this for the rest of the sesh? Just a couple easy ones. Leonardo, what's up? What's up, Full Spin Poker? How's it going? It's Alaska Man. Alaska Man. Eduardo says, I would have played the same play with the 4-3 off, but to be honest, I think those limits to the 3-bet shove is pretty much 2 pair. Can't see them doing that with draws, especially in the 50x spin. Yeah, there's definitely truth to that, mate. Absolutely. It's still, we have 2 overcards and a flush draw, by the way, against the deuce. Didn't get there, of course. It's tough, man. I mean, look, it's probably just a call. We specifically had notes on that guy as well, that he was doing some unusual stuff, so makes it even harder. If it's against another reg, obviously, I think it starts to skew towards like quite a lot of strength. But there we go. Oh dear. Not so good. Running not so good. We're running not so good. Ba-low. No, I think there's a lot of truth to what you say, Eduardo. Appreciate your feedback, man. I think that's it's a really specific kind of texture though as well. Like I think if it's rainbow on the turn, it just becomes very hard to imagine you're winning. Like super, super hard. Ooh, folded an ace. All right, that's kind of cool. Definitely not mad about that. All right, Tom, should we four table for a bit, buddy? Did I end up setting this up properly the other day? Did I do this? I did, didn't I? One sec. Yeah, I did. Here we go. Okay. I had a thing for this. Where's my layout? 4x. There we go. Let's see if this works. We stacked this one up yesterday. We ran fours into aces. We were playing more tables, but we still run bad. I thought more tables might help. Times like this. Whoa, full spin poker. Thank you very much. I'll see you in Barcelona. Thank you, man. I appreciate the support, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you again. Queen high for the win. Can we hero call the river with queen high? Probably not. Queen, jack of diamantes. The ace might give us a way to bluff. Never mind. Did I run out of time? Yeah, the heads-up display keeps popping up even though I've got it disabled. Don't really know what that's about. Ooh, double got shot. Yay! That was fun. I actually made a draw. I actually made a draw. It was actually fucking ridiculously cool. Ace jack into aces? What? How many times can we do this? He's got 6 big blinds. He's got 6 big blinds. How many times can you run ace X into aces? How many times can you run ace X into aces? And they've got no big blinds. Oh, we got rivered. The king high call got rivered on the bottom left. All right, cool. Kings is a good hand. Top set. Queen high call. All in. We have a straight. We got value on the river. That was really cool. Queen high flush draw limped pots. I'm going to check again. I'm going to try and trap him on the bottom right. No dice. Trip fives, pocket sevens, queen four. That one's a fold. This one is... We got action, top left. That was cool. We're trapping sevens. We're trapping 9-10 suited. Stealing the king four. Checking this flop. Value betting here. Calling the turn. We have a flush. Roll in. This is a flush. We are getting the action. Reg v Reg, King 7 standard call. 2 barrel against Elon, maybe. No, this is actually not so good. Shove against the ace 8, first place bottom rights. Full spin poker. I prefer reg speed if I'm honest, but also I need to practice more. I need to practice more in general. I have my flash is much better now, like much better. I've improved a lot in showing, but I'm also running super bad in the challenge so far. Oh man, you'd think it might be possible to run slightly better. Just trying to help him get to 1K games before he goes. That's true. This is a good way to do it, Tom. This is a push. I don't know why I limped there. We're not folding, obviously. Oh, getting anything against 10-8 is nice. Oh, never mind. That's not good at all. That's not actually good at all, is it, guys? Mateus, no problem, buddy. No problem. Queen Jack suiting. Queen Jack is suiting. Can't miss. Can't miss. Are you kidding me? Are you actually fucking kidding me, bruv? Ace deuce. All right. This one leans that way. This one is this. No. Ace queen top left. This is fine. No, you fucking didn't, mate. I didn't think that would be possible. I didn't think that would be possible, bro. Big bomb turn. Do this, and do this and check, and we're going to check, check, folds, check, check, raise. That one. Check raise successful, bottom left, bottom right, excuse me. 9-7, we're trapping against this guy. Ace Jack, we can trap against Elon. Ace 8 call, 9-7 value bet, call the Ace Jack. Trap successful, top right. And call this one as well. Oh good, unlucky in that one, of course. Folds. All in, that's the effective all in down here. That one is good. Folsom Poker says, I agree, even if you can do a lot of rate back, you can do a ton of rate back. That is a significant part of the equation that I think a lot of people don't realize, but also that's easy for me and you to say because we play a lot of volume, theoretically. I don't actually play as much as I did once upon a time. But for people that don't, I think they're a bit sad because they preferred the longer version, right? Did I miss a spot there? No, it's all good. We're doing a lot more limping bottom right than we normally would because we're trying to outplay this guy a little bit. Yeah, like that, 93%. That's a good spot, right? 93% is usually considered pretty good. %93 is a pretty good spot. How the fuck did we lose that game top left? That doesn't make any sense, does it? How are we not winning this game top right? We've had him all in for the win 5 times. It was Jeff again. Hello, Jeff. Trap the Ace Jack suited. We're getting action with aces. That's fun. He's leading into us. We're raising. Fold this one. Call this one. Shove this one. Shove this one. Big pot with the aces. Ace Jack suited is good top right. We're going to sneak in this one, and we're calling this one. And pocket jacks can't win, huh? There you go. That's more like it. 13. We managed to win it in the end. That was cool. We might unlock a chest here as we go. Boulanger. That one worked out kind of nice. Too short. Just push. Why are you full potting, you absolute stranger? You strange boy. Why are you full potting, you strange boy? I feel like we're betting again. Okay, 2 barrels works. Ace 5's a good hand. Ace Queen is a really good hand up here, top right. And raise the Jables. We win the top right. Ace 8's a push. This is a call top left. We can fold it now. Let's do a bluff here. Nope. Two pair. Two pair any good? We're going to let him bluff. We're going to give him all the rope. Top left is a call for sure. Wish me luck. We're going to give him all the rope. Bottom left, all of the rope. Every single piece of it. How much rope do you need here, buddy? Don't DC when I got two pair. Please don't DC when I've got two pair. That's not cool, bro. Shit, that was not the HUD is completely hidden right now. The HUD is literally hidden right now. As in it's completely disabled apart from the tracking behind the scenes. And it still pops up and it still gives me a random pop-up. Hey, thank you for the follow. Can't read the name. What's up? Thank you so much. King Queen? 7? What? This is fine. This one is not fine. Don't do that. King 10, yes. 4 deuce, no. Ace 10, yes. See that pop up? It pops up. It gets confused because it thinks it's still on, but it's turned off. Yeah, we got to call that one. Wish me luck, guys. Queen 6, no. Queen 5, no dice. Can't win the all-in for the 2x, obviously. Nope. Pocket kings, we're gonna trap for the 40 bucks. Can we get some action? Bottom right, 100x. 100x, $100, top left. Jeff J's again. Start betting. And yeah, ace 9 suited is gonna be good enough. Wish me luck with the kings, guys. Any chance? Just fucking get out of my life. Any chance with the ace 9 suited? No chance. Well, we're heads up. We've managed to make at least 20 bucks. This is better. And then this one is, let's start that way. We were dominating him here as well, bottom right. That was a domination situation too. But, you know, cool, whatever. It's fine. Having the best hand is not important. Okay, bomb the turn here. This is just going to be an all-in. Cool, that works. All right, slow it down. We can beat this guy. We can beat this guy. We can do it. We can do it. Sorry, I see your question, Eduardo. 1 second. I will respond to it in just a moment. Yeah, ace 9's the same here. We run this one. Good. Best hands? Best hand any good? Can the best hand win? No, best hand can't win. Okay. That's hard. That makes it really hard. All right, so really quickly, guys, let's go to this one. Sorry, I got to show you what the tables look like in just a sec. Let's write this one first. That's the 100x. This is the Jack 8. Blind v blind. This is a weird way to play the hand. Doesn't make me feel good about the spot. Kamisa says lots of regs today. I think there's a fair amount. I would say we've had a couple unknowns here and there. It's been kind of nice. Sorry, Eduardo, I'll get to your question in a sec. Let me try and win the $100 first. Ooh, almost missed that. It's definitely a call. Let's start bluffing. Let's start bluffing here. Nice, got him. Okay, really quick, let's focus on the 100x, or the $100, excuse me. They've been definitely reg heavy for sure, like Kirk says, but we have had a couple randos. Yeah, I tend to agree, Tom. That's actually how I felt. I don't have any scientific basis on that, but that's how it feels to me as well. Yo, Dusty Truth, what's up, man? That felt like a good stint there, though, guys. I think that was pretty good for the EV. We ran like horrendously, but we actually destroyed them. Jeff Jays is sweating the 100. Go on, check. Go on, check. You're killing me, Jeff. You're killing me. Interesting. Interesting. Min check raise and then checks the turn. Oh. 6-9. Okay. All good. Duke out from the 10 bigs. Yeah, we're gonna limp more against this player. Definitely missed a street there, though. Old Jeff. Jeff definitely missed a street on the turn. Would have got a bet on the turn and said, to be fair, if he bets the turn for 4, we still call, so it's the same as if he actually got his bet in. He gave us a way out on the river. We probably could have taken it. This is too shallow for this. All right, we can beat this guy. It's not over yet. Getting floated on King 9-9 is catastrophic. Truly catastrophic. Woo! We got the moves. We got the moves. We can do this. Oh, this pains me. One big. We need to call one big. Spade me. Okay. Jeff has got the nuts. Okay. Yep. You win. You win. You win. You win. Nice hand, Jeff. We had to fight. We've had to fight for every single penny so far. We've had to fight for every goddamn penny. We've had to duke it out for every penny in this session and all the previous ones, I have to say as well. How many aces in this deck? We have a 4. Yeah, we want to get paid there. It's more important than trying to go big. Our hand is well disguised, but he's got like high cards. He had king high in this case, for example. We want to be so greedy in that spot. We actually want to be so greedy in this situation, but the problem is that he just doesn't have the hands to call, so we want to go small and get paid. All right, Jeff, I'm coming for you, buddy. I want this hundo. I want this hundo so bad. Dean, you missed a lot, buddy. We had a $500 spin. And we had a... and this is our 10x as well. We're going to connect with the board eventually. We're not getting value from anything else really at that point. If he had a big heart or a decent heart, he would have bet on a previous street. Okay, now 2 on the turn. In fact, 2.5 on the turn. Being having to fight for every penny like they're about to foreclose on your poker game. I mean, it feels like it sometimes, man. Yeah. Feels like it. We are on the right side of history now here with the Queen 8. Oh, checking flops is interesting. Okay, we got to call the turn. Please just get the showdown. Oh, nightmare. He checks the flop, he bets the turn, he bets the river. Could be ace-10, could be king-queen, I guess. Oh, god damn it. Oh, he's using the throwable. Very well done. The throwable got me. The throwable got me. The throwable got me. All right, back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. Oh dear. No action with tens. Saved ourselves some tears there. We would usually just jam the ace deuce against this guy we can actually exploit just with the min raise. Orsini, thank you for the follow. King high for the win. Dean, no, we had 2 pair against 2 pair. King high is the nuts here, guys. You know king high is the nuts. What? It's impossible. All right, ace king. Can we get some action? Great flop for ace king. Great start. It's a great start. Oh my god. So brutal. The guy that never bluffs is leading on the river. We literally just have to go with the read. Like there's just, it's insane. Oh, there was the tell as well. There was the tell. And cold deck to finish. Great stuff. 7 of spades still alive. Oh. I would very, very rarely fold ace king there, but this guy so far has proven not to bluff. Yeah, I mean, look, if you guys want evidence of the fact that this guy doesn't bluff, there you go. That's it right there. All right, GG. 20 bucks, not the 10x we wanted. But there you go. This is just so hard. So hard. It's really, really hard. We actually had a really good setup there to play this guy for the money, but ultimately the heads up segment was brutal. This is a cold deck. This is a cold deck. This is a perfect example of a spot where we need to be extra tight because he's never ever going to be bluffing here. No action with the 10s. Got action from the ace. That's weird. What's going on there? That's very strange. This is a cold deck. What? Is this a new feature I haven't seen yet? All right. Anyway. Let's play a couple more games. I do not understand what is going on today. I don't understand what's been going on this whole time, if I'm honest. Yeah, wrecked indeed. Wrecked indeed. Wrecked indeed. All right. Yeah, I guess so, Crooks. I've never seen it, though. Never seen it. Ace Queen. Gonna do Nick a favor here. ever. Boom, 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 boom. Down, 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 down. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Flush is good. Flush is good. Flush is good. No. $100%. 9 high. DJ. Ace King trap. No, no, no. Doesn't seem like we can value bet. Doesn't seem like we can win an all-in. I'm not getting the impression that we can win an all-in, guys. We do get it in good here. Nice. Thank you very much for the follow. This push. Push the nines. Eduardo, yeah, we can take a look. After these games, I'll answer your question, and then let's take a look at that one as well if you want. Huh. Nine High GTO has left the chat. It's pretty spicy. We're trapping tens. Technically, our opponent should have very few Queen X in the range top right, but we don't know. It doesn't really matter. We're just still going to play our hand like we have the nuts. Spraggy. It's the Spraggy. This is the Spraggy. Ace Queen bottom left. Okay, one more bottom right. Ace King suited top right trap. It's looking good. It's looking good. There we go. 50 bucks. That's a winner. Do the same thing again. No, these come out. This one goes in. Queen 10. The super nuts. Queen high for the win. Kind of. King high should be the nuts here. Bottom right. Bottom left, I should say. I mean, I'm not folding. Limped pot. Limped pot, king jack. It's the nuts, right? King high. It's okay, we're four tabling and we're just calling two streets with king high. It's not a big deal. Nobody freak out. It's not a big deal. Everybody just chill because it's not a big deal. Everything's going to be totally fine. I'm not folding. Oh, check this turn as a trap. That's a win bottom left. Can we get him off a trap? We run like garbage. Fix your table layout, you psychopath. I like it like this. I like it like this. That's actually reasonable viewing angles for four tabling on stream. It makes it obvious where I'm supposed to look. I like it. That four tabling was much smoother than the alternative just now. That four tabling was much smoother than the previous session where they were all stacked properly. All right, so got a question from Eduardo C. Says, Nick, having an edge against the field wouldn't be better taking hands like 8-7 off to play post-flop to avoid variance instead of shoving 15 small blind versus big blind, even if it's GTO approved. So Eduardo, I do tend to agree with the sentiment. The problem is that blind v blind, it's very difficult. It creates a lot more complexity to deviate in a spot where like it's actually quite difficult to make it work for you, even against like, you know, weaker opponents. In a perfect world, what you're saying is true, but you're better off to, in my opinion, we actually do better by playing the small blind versus big blind multi-way more conventionally, just because it's not a spot where I think we glean as much edge as we do getting heads up. And then also a heads up, like, for example, 8-7 off might be a jam, you know, at 7 big blinds effective or something, heads up. That's a spot where I think actually the edge is so much more increased by playing a more passive player in that fashion, right? So if you can find more limps with 8-7 off instead of playing push fold, like you want to be unexploitable, blah, blah, blah. Those are spots where I think what you're saying rings more true. Can you check the king high flush flush? Yeah, we can look at that one too. All right, so there you go, guys. That is going to be our last game of the day. Well, okay, first of all, let me take a look over here really quick. Played a lot of fucking spins today. 67 spinning goes today. Actually not that much. I thought it was going to be more than that. Let's take a look at the overall. One sec. Join me over here, guys. 852. 851, apparently. One sec. That was weird. 851. We are approximately where we started today, I think, in dollars. Let's take a look at today's stats, and then we'll look at some hands. So we played 67 tournaments today. Chip EV of 3.1 chips per game. Again, not good enough. That's not anywhere near what we need in order to make this work for us. But we are running very, very bad. Look at that swing. So this is actually when we started to four table, by the way. This is four tabling. And then this is immediately, this is the $100 game that we played. And then like three consecutive all-ins where we got cold decked. And then we four tabled for a little bit again. Managed to maintain some semblance of stability, but we absolutely got trashed. 2,000 chips under EV, which used to only be about 4 buy-ins. Now that's more like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That's more like 7 or 8 buy-ins under EV in not very many games. Hard times. What is interesting is our red line seems to be massively improved. If we look at the larger graph in from the challenge start, if we look at our red line here, this is us starting the challenge, and we're feeling like we probably need to tighten up the screws, 15, 10 big blinds effective. This is us doing some study behind the scenes, and I actually think we're showing signs of like pretty consistent growth in terms of like a lot of our messy, sloppy mistakes that we had before that were costing us in redline are obviously being resolved in some degree. And that's actually really promising. You guys are watching the same stream as me. You guys are seeing the same as what I see. We're running like absolute garbage, right? And that's fine. That happens. Again, I'm a commentator, I'm a streamer, I'm talking about what's happening, I'm not complaining, that's fine. It is frustrating, I am frustrated, I'm visibly frustrated, but if we can maintain some semblance of flatness and even improve on our red line in this process, can you imagine what this looks like when we actually just run good for a second, like for 5 minutes? If we can have an almost break-even chip EV right now, as in break-even zero, not break-even dollars, while we're running maybe the worst that we've run through this entire challenge, these last couple sessions, imagine what this graph looks like when the player that's breaking even running like garbage actually starts to run good. It's gonna improve. It's gonna improve massively. It's gonna shoot up. It's gonna be like a rocket ship. You know what I mean? Like if during our worst run we can actually keep a graph that looks flat, then I think that when we actually start to run hot, we're going to see a pretty significant upswing. We had two really big opportunities today, guys. I just want to make a note of this really quick, actually. I've got a little note thing I'm keeping for the challenge updates that we're doing. Speaking of which, challenge updates are proving difficult to keep regular just because there's so much other stuff going on right now. But, well, why is that like that? Oh, did I just duplicate it? Is that what happened? Okay. So we had a 50x second place. So since our last update, guys, that I did on Instagram, we had 1, 2, 3. We've had 4 10x's. We've won 2, lost 2, and we had 1 50x where we came second, and that was the game where we actually were crushing, and then we ended up getting 2 pair and against 2 pair on the turn in what is a pretty brutal cold deck. And the 10x just now as well, we fought very valiantly. We actually got into a position where we could have won it despite going in at like a 4-to-1 chip deficit or whatever it was. And then look, you guys saw what happened. It was just cooler after cooler, and that's how it goes. So 2 really big opportunities to get the dollars in shape here as well. But there we go. Oh, save that. Yeah, we've got screenshots that'll go into the next update. Anyway, oops, sorry guys, that's not the right button. I gotta disable stars caption too because I don't use it anymore. But yeah, here we go. That's what it looks like. We are playing poker, apparently. We're playing poker. Okay, let's take a look at some hands then. So marked hands, we have a couple ones here. I want to look at the ones from today. I don't think we need stars open anymore. We can close stars. And we're looking at 2 days ago, yesterday, 2 hours ago. Okay, cool. So we can unmark these. Actually, let's just look at them just in case I haven't covered them yet. Oh, this is the one we covered yesterday. We can unmark that one. This was the same one we did yesterday too. They were both rhetorical searches. All right, so PokerStars is closed, guys. We can do some actual hand review now. These should all be pretty straightforward, like, you know, pre-flop stuff. 15 big blinds, button, min opens. We're shoving queen 9 suited here. Just going to double check this. For these quick ones, we're just going to make use of the NWTV chart pack available on my website. Pretty much all you need for your pre-flop GTO needs. 3-way, small blind versus button, min raise at 15. Queen 9 suited, push, 100% push. Some sliver of 3-betting, not all in, so this is fine. So can I just do delete? Does that work? No. Unmark. Okay. We are shipping queen 9 here versus 6 big blinds. I think this is, I don't know why I'm looking this one up, but obviously I'm feeling insecure right now about how I'm playing, apparently. Images, small blind, and we are shoving for 6 big blinds. Queen 9 offsuit, 100% push right there. Okay, easy game. King 9. We're shoving at around 12 effective here. Let's take a look at this one too. So NWTV images 3-way in the small blind versus the big blind at 12. King 9 offsuit, 100% push. Fine, that's confirmed. Good, we're doing that one correctly. So far, so good with all of our marked hands. For Trey, we've reviewed this one already, guys. This was how we lost the $500 spin. We raise the turn, he ships, we call. We've looked this one up. It's GTO confirmed, but also there's all kinds of weird inaccuracies about this because the player is playing queen 9 in an unusual fashion, both in sizings and then also in turn action. And then, you know, it's one thing to look it up, but we have to take everything we see with a pinch of salt. And actually, I think that in real life, this becomes even more of a call than it is versus GTO. If versus GTO, this is actually a call 67% of the time or whatever it was in the turn, then it's like probably like 99% in real life. So there you go. Eduardo makes good points though about, you know, the fact it's a 50x. I do think that against that guy, it's still appropriate, but there we go. So Eduardo was asking about a specific hand that we were playing just now. Let's filter for today again. Let's go to stats. Let's go to... Oh, we actually broke even today in dollars. That's funny. I didn't even spot that before. 3.1 chips per game. Okay, so it was the King Jack suited hand, wasn't it? So we had King X with a King of Hearts. There's 3 hearts on the board. We flatted the river, and then I said, I think we're just going to flat, and you said there's a chance we raise. I think there is a chance you're right. We're looking for a flop that had 4 hearts on it. This is it. So if you guys didn't see this hand, we limp with King Jack. They check, they raise, we call. Flop is really nice for us. Check, check. On the turn, check. And we also check. There's an opportunity to potentially bet turn, but when your opponent plays like this, they're already going to be quite unbalanced towards weakness because a lot of players just will have a go with hearts, even if they're not that great. On the river, our opponent bets 2. And the question is whether or not we want to raise the river. So we can look this one up, Eduardo, because like I want to be thorough. The problem is that these are the spots where I think people are like, oh, I looked it up in GTO Wizard and I should do this. But it's also probably completely fouled by the fact that there's already a bunch of things that happened before that that are really unconventional. So King Jack of Hearts probably just wants to bluff at 4 Queen 7, like just small, just bet small on a 3 heart board. That's super standard. So it suddenly isn't going to have a lot of these combinations. I could be wrong, but we can go from that point and we can see. All right, so let's copy this hand. And again, we're going to fire up some GTO Wiz. Again, guys, PokerStars is closed. We're not using GTO Wizard while we're playing. This is a study session now. We never use GTO Wizard or even have it open in the background when we play. Let's do some analysis. All right, so we can just paste the hand history here. Brandon, yeah, actually it was just this morning, and actually I've kind of mussed it up with all my bitching today. So there are question marks. Call, yes. Raise, fine. Call, yes. Check, check, yes. Turn actually checks at a decent frequency, so the turn check isn't that weird. And again, I think that's probably quite standard. On the river, the call is the inaccuracy according to GTO. So well spotted there, Eduardo. Let's take a look at how they want to proceed. Again, that doesn't mean that we're wrong. It just means that we need to. Look at the entire concept. So let's say that we start from the point where where the big blind ISO. So it went call, raise, call, and then the flop comes down Queen 7 4 of hearts. Big blind with King Jack off. I'm assuming is supposed to just bet flop. King Jack offsuit. Okay, first of all, King Jack offsuit doesn't exist, so let's just say King 10 is similar. King 10 just does a lot of betting, so you're going to bet about 60% of the time with King 10 off. Obviously, some of those will contain hearts. So let's take an example that has no hearts. So there you go. So King 10, King of Diamonds, 10 of Spades still wants to bet of 1 big blind around 63.3% of the time. So already it gets very weird. It gets very, very weird. If this already isn't living up to truth, then all the subsequent reactions thereafter are going to be fouled. You know, they're not quite right. As played, I'm trying to figure out. Let's just say that let's pretend like King 10 is King Jack, right? Let's just, because it's kind of the same thing. It's not, but it is. Let's just say that we do play King 10 as a check, and it goes check, and it's the 9 of hearts turn. Now on the turn, if we get to this stage and you have King 10, they want you to start betting. And again, we need to be careful about the suits here. So if you have a heart, you're supposed to bet, basically. If you have a heart, you can start betting 1 big blind on the turn. If you don't, you're checking again, right? So this starts to get a little bit wonky again based on that. But let's again just assume that we're still in this checking frequency. Let's say we still have King 10 with no heart, okay? On the turn, the check with the King X with the King of Hearts. So we have King Jack in this case. We actually do in this range. It looks like with the Jack of Hearts, they want us to do some betting, but it looks like checking for deception is still a thing. So king of spades, jack of hearts, for example, we're going to bet 62% of the time for 1.5 bigs, or we're going to bet, you know, one. Let's take a look at some other examples though. So king of hearts here is more likely to want to check. This is the hand that we had, right? We had king of hearts, jack of spades. So with our combo specifically, king of hearts, jack of spades, we're checking about 29.2% of the time here, and that seems fine. Again, having the king of hearts has its own specific characteristics, but whatever. Here we go. So we've decided to check. Now, the big blinds, now let's take a look at what king 10 does. If you've made it to the river here, I mean, it's only showing combinations that have the 10 of hearts now as well. They want you to shove. They want you to be all in for the 13. So what we're really seeing here, if we follow the entire path, is that there's not really an output on this river that's going to be relevant to our spot, right? Because there's too many other things that have changed, but then also the kind of combinations that have played their hand this way are going to basically be king X with a heart, right? King 10 with the 10 of hearts, for example. King 7 with the 7 of hearts, maybe. King of hearts is there. 7 of hearts doesn't make any sense to be played this way in the first place. Yeah, it's not even in the range. So looking at how we respond on the river isn't going to be that useful, but same. That's okay, buddy. I'm happy to have a look at it, but again, it's so difficult, and I think this is why people get quite bogged down, because they think this is like the answers to, they're like, GTO Wizard is cheating, like, oh, like that's why I don't play poker anymore, because the computers have solved it. But you can get very clever with the way that you do this. You can learn how to node lock as well, which is also an interesting experiment, but there's just so much complexity to the game still. It's still not good enough just to say, I'll look this spot up and I'll know for sure. Now, pre-flop, there's a lot of stuff that's probably just really good, but even that's not true. There's still a lot of exploits we can have too. In any case, that's going to be it for today, guys. Look, another very tough session. We managed to put in a significant amount of volume. I say significant, really, in the grand scheme of things, you want to be putting in, like, you know, at least 100 games a day if you're playing spins a lot, and you're taking them seriously. But I still think we kind of did ourselves proud. We just could not get anything going. We haven't been able to get anything going this week at all, but the graph is still looking like this, and the red line is improving as well, even. I think that means that we're making a lot of progress in the way that we approach the much shorter stacked games on average. We ran really bad in the games with the most chips, which is going to really impact on our EV as well, right? So in some of our biggest games, not only for dollars, but also in the amount of EV we can win in chips, we got cold deck to fuck and we just couldn't win a hand. So in those situations, we've got this sort of double negative where we're not only not winning the big money, but then we're also being cold deck for loads of chips, which then further impacts on our overall profitability in EV. So it is what it is. It's fine. That's what spinning goes are like. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people say they don't enjoy spins, because you can go on swings like this. I do think we're playing relatively solid poker, though. I think it's very sound. That little four tabling session to me felt very smooth. I really felt like we were in control of all the tables. I really felt like we were doing a lot right, and that seemed to be true on the graph as well. You guys could see this nice little upswing we were looking at. You can turn it back on. If we go back to the graph here really quick, if it works. No, computer is confused. Computer is very confused. Oh, 1 second, I got it. You know, this was us four tabling, right? This is us four tabling, and then monster coolers, right? It's so hard to make this line work when you're running into hands so hard, but this is positive, right? This is good. Like, we're making a go of this, and we're not completely bombing when we should be bombing so fucking hard. So again, I think probably this is just going to be the case of we're waiting for things to we wait for the wind to change just so. We don't need much help. Any help in the actual showdown department when we're not 2,000 chips under EV, for example, in like one session, we're looking good. All right, I'm going to clock off for now, guys. I'm headed to London tonight. I'm going up to London for the Women's Summer Festival. If you are a woman and you'd like to play poker, come play poker. It is going to be hosted by the Hippodrome, but it's actually in the Claremont Hotel. Let me look it up, guys. I keep getting confused between Claremont and... Yeah, it's in the Claremont Hotel, yeah. So August 12th to the 17th, the Claremont London Charing Cross. Don't go to the wrong Claremont. Come and join. Basically, it is a women's only event until Saturday. And then everyone is welcome. At that point, there is an event called the 50-50, which in my opinion was one of my favorite tournaments I played last year. It is 50% men, 50% women. Would love to see you guys there and join. We are going to need partners to match ladies with men as well. It's not a tag team. So if you are coming and you don't have a partner, fear not, drop me a message and we can link you up with somebody who needs a partner as well. There's going to be a lot of both. And come and join us. It's going to be great. It's in a bigger venue this year. Last year was great. I really hope you guys will endorse it. Next week, we're going to do some streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, I'm going to Amsterdam before I go to Barcelona. And then, of course, Barcelona, EPT Barcelona. It's going to be fantastic, including the Spin Go Championships, which I'll be taking part in. A couple people in the chat as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. So come and hang out. Stay up to date with me on social media. I'll give you some links here. !Nick in the chat. All right, I'm signing off, guys. Love you all very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you then.